Hello people of YouTube, it's your boy Skinny Penis with another destroyer. Actually there's so many destroyers, we don't run out of them. Today we're looking at a wee bit of a forgotten one, something you see pretty rarely. It's the Delny, the new, I mean it's not really that new anymore, but the exchange for Khabarovsk in the tech tree, because they probably thought it, I don't know, continues the what is it, Tashkent better. In my opinion, that line is worse. Like Tashkent and Delny are worse than Udaloy and Grozovoi anyway. Like I never got, for example, the difference between Udaloy and Tashkent. Like Udaloy is just straight up better in my opinion. It gets smoke and heal. Tashkent only gets to pick the smoke or heal. The Udaloy has 10 km, 15 torps. The Udaloy only, the Tashkent only gets 8 km torps. Like I don't know. Probably also the line is a big factor why Delny isn't played a lot. But it definitely is just an oversized Kiev, Tashkent, and then Delny. So essentially, it's always the same ship, just a tier higher with a wee bit better gimmicks. That's just it. What's like the main thing of Delny? Well, it's an AFK AFT farmer, and it's essentially pretty unkillable at doing that. Like your range effectiveness is really good. You just have a gun less than Zorki, which is coming after Delny, so that's why you, I guess, get the Delny to get the Zorki, which is probably by far the easiest and most effective long-range farm gunboat, because as with the Delny, it's like unkillable, it's rush-proof, it has half-decent torps, both of them get 10 km ones. That's actually what a Khabarovsk originally had, 10 km torps, but they nerfed it down to 6, which is essentially just a rushing tool or a rush prevention tool. Delny and Zurki actually get kind of usable torps. If you spec a bit into concealment or fully into concealment, you can really use them. But I don't like to play Delny really, because it's, first of all, it's not really a challenge. Playing a Khabarovsk is more challenging because of the limited range, the limited maneuverability and concealment, or because you have to spec into maneuverability, you have to drop the concealment. Delny just is like, it's super easy to play because you don't die, it's very hard to kill yourself, essentially on purpose, but you also don't really have the game impact because you lack a lot of DPM, so unless the game drags out for 15-20 minutes and you can free farm a lot of people for a whole long time, you're not gonna have a lot of impact because the burst fire potential of this ship is like obviously dog shit. Fire chance on it is also nerfed, or it was nerfed right before they released it, which just means you're actually not that good at dealing with battleships, even if they don't play fire prevention, because your fire setting capabilities are fairly limited, which is kind of sad. But yeah, like if you want to have the most AFK relaxing time in history, you play Delny. It really do be insanely easy to play that ship. Sadly, I took the side with the Slava and the Borg and not the 2 GKs and Conqueror. Ah, lucky. But hey, we're going to just start farming the Borg and the Slava from super far away. And it's gonna be ours. Our gameplay here. I'm gonna torp the smoke. That's something that's pretty good about Delny. Like you can torp smokes from 10 km away, which Khabarovs can't, so you have kind of a means to get people out of smokes. But yeah, let's see how the farming goes. I'm staying in the cap because no one else is touching it, so I'll stay in the cap for a while. I don't know what kind of DD it is. It's a gearing, okay, well. Yeah, well. Don't expect the highest damage numbers out of Delny, really. I think the ship is pretty hard capped at 250, maybe 300k if you get torps. You won't get more damage out of it, really. As said, like, the biggest problem with Delny is really the fire chance got nerfed to shit, so you're really bad at dealing with battleships. So you can't set them ablaze 24/7. Sadly the gearing left the smoke. I DCP'd. As you can see here, like, I can farm people from 12, 30, 13 km away with impunity. Like, there's nothing really stopping me from just sitting open water here and farming these people. I have heal Delny. You should play heal Delny. That's like kind of the gimmick of it, that it doesn't die if it open water farms people from long range. It's a pain in the ass for battleships or heavy cruisers to deal with, because your DPM is really lacking. You have to aim very well if the Delny player dodges correctly. I mean, you have 26,000 HP with heals, and on top of that you also get you get the 60 or 50 millimeter plating that Zorki and Khabarovsk do, so you shatter a lot of HE, which allows it, by the way, to fight destroyers at medium to long ranges forever and always outtrades them, kind of. First of all, it's hard to hit. Second of all, it's like you don't even pen all your HE if you hit it. But yeah, as I said, like balanced around the fact that you don't really have the highest damage output yourself. It's like a drawn out fighter. You want to fight for consecutive millennia. And to be honest, you kind of want to offer yourself for enemy BBs to shoot you and try to dodge them, because that kind of gives you more impact on the game. I said it in other gunboats videos. Gunboats that are fast and open water, if you manage to get battleships interested in you, and they waste consecutive millennia to shoot you, and they really spurg out on you, you get a whole bunch of more game impact, because you're obviously taking all those salvos of potential battleships or cruisers in your own team, while you don't really have a drawback. So yeah, offering yourself to be shot is kinda nice. This guy doesn't have fire prevention, by the way. I just hope my fire chance isn't too bad, because I'm going to hunt him and kill him. Like the, for now, best game impact I can find. But as you can see here, the fire chance is hilariously low. You have a really hard time starting fires after someone DCPs, so even though this guy doesn't play fire prevention and I am free farming him, I'm not killing him at all. Now he even goes dark behind the smoke. I mean, he shoots for some reason. That is pretty dumb of him. We're going to turn back into the middle. We can finally go to fire. Way too late though. I mean, in any other gunboat, like for example a Kleb here, he DCPs one fire, I just reload boost him, probably get a double permafire, way more likely immediately, and he does burns down. Against Delny, battleships can generally cycle way more heals, and to be honest, if a battleship plays fire prevention against the Delny, you're not gonna kill him with guns alone. It's like, if it's just a 1 versus 1, you're not gonna fucking kill it. Shit like Conquerors or Montanas with improved heals in fire prevention are something that doesn't die to you. So, by the way, that's also the reason we were going into the spec after the game, but that's the reason I play concealment on it. So I have the option of rushing easier and also getting closer to Torp, especially if I have to kite out people because my flank is collapsing and too many people are running at me. I want to have the option of getting a flood or torpedo hits first and then start killing the enemy ship with guns, because otherwise if I just go with guns and I can't go close enough to Torp, you're not as I said, like, you're not really effectively killing shit, so it's kind of pointless really. Yeah. But as I already mentioned with the DD fighting, if you have medium to long range fights with destroyers, you kind of smash these. You really build around that. Because your arcs are better and your sustain is better. That's where you want to fight DDs. Like above 6 km. Below 10 probably. I mean, fat destroyers you can even hit further out. So maybe I can catch the Gearing, Hakuryu and Slava here. The problem is just that I'm not fucking killing that Slava. But I'm full HP, so given my HP and my heal being ready, the Slava is not gonna kill me even if he loads HE. Sadly the other side has all the battleships to be farmed. Okay. Guy has DCP up again. Tell you what. Before I get another fire. It really is something. Instant fire. That helps. Gotta be careful that I'm not eating the gearing torps that are meant for the GK. Yeah, he has DCP up again. I think he's insta-DCPing fires because I am a Delny. I think, as a like, if I would have been a better gunboat. Like, also, this PPI isn't like the worst clan, so you can kinda assume here that this guy is ignoring me because I am a Delny. Like, the better the player becomes, the less likely it is that they actually shoot you in a Delny, because it's something that can literally be ignored. I'm not shitting you. If he would have fire prevention, I could, like, not kill him, really. So, I get why he's ignoring me. I'm not a biggest threat. I mean, look at all the time I invested into farming, and I'm only at 80k. It is really relaxing, though, doing this. I mean, you're not risking anything. You are extremely safe to do what I just did, but maybe I can send the Torbs. Torb reload is fairly long, but as said, like, it's more a means to get floods in on ships and then start fucking them with your guns after, because it's the few fires that you set should be kinda permanent. Yeah, the gearing is probably torping me here or in my pathway. Maybe I'll eat them, but I want to go to over to the. Okay. I want to go over to the battleships and farm them. Ah, okay, the gearing is up there. Yeah, well. Oh, fuck, I'm dead. Am I dead? I mean, I'm going to eat one torp. I was, like, expecting that he torps here, but I didn't really care at all. I really didn't fucking care. Game is over, and the shitty AFK gearing, I'm like, whatever. Didn't hunt him, by the way, because he has a smoke screen anyways. Like, even if I get close to him, he's just gonna pop the smoke. And, like, I didn't really care about the torpedo hit. I thought I maybe could dodge it, so whatever. But, like, I have 26k and heals ready, so just, like, I'm not gonna die here anyways. Actually, I can heal him way more than I thought. Probably because I ate the torp on the ass. Probably counted as ass torpedo. The Yamato just one-shot the Conqueror. Amazing, really. Gearing is still AFKing in base. No clue how our Curvis died there, by the way. Well, yeah, I mean, you're not gonna have, like, the biggest game impact. Your average damage on Delny might be pretty high, though. I said it's kind of like going into the same category as Sherman. You are extremely AFK farming for ever. Like, you can always DPM people the entire game because you're, like, not really in danger of dying anywhere. So since you most likely farm the entire game and you have the range, you're going to end up getting like 130-40k average. Though Delny is definitely kept lower than like Sherman and other DDs because it just doesn't have the DPM and the fire setting capabilities. Oh, the Sherman is actually the gearing is actually Giga AFK in their base. Maybe I can get a perma here, breach 100k. Yep, there you go, that's 100k. Kinda already happy about that one. Not gonna lie. Look, like he's fire prevention now, it's very unlikely I set a second fire here. So I have to keep shooting HE on the superstructure, which also isn't the best source of damage here. Like it's 1,000 per salvo, maybe 1,500. Yeah, just a slow farmer. I can heal again, I guess. In case I have to run into the Nevsky later on. As you may see, or as you can see, it is a wee bit AFK, and it's a wee bit boring, and that's most likely also the reason why it's a forgotten ship, kind of. You see very few Delnys. It doesn't really do well at cap contesting, but it also isn't like the most engaging or effective farmer, so like, why would you take it? You don't really have the option even to like cap contest, because your concealment is 7.5, 7.4 with concealment spec even. So you get outspotted quite easily, and since you want to run it with heal, you can't smoke up. So you're like always in need of a DD to spot for you or with you, the enemy to make a mistake, or a radar cruiser being very close to you. Takes me ages to kill that guy, to be honest. I mean, yeah. But as you can see, it's really, really spastic. Like, he can't kill me. Even I ate a Torb, and like, imagine I would be completely full HP with heal ready. He could never kill me. Like, I could literally even sit in his fucking secondaries and I wouldn't care. I can just sit here, and more battleships, by the way. Like, I mean, you can see it. The people are just ignoring you. Like, you don't even notice the damage very well, or like, very much from the Delny. and you can't really hit it that effectively. So yeah, they're just AFKing, like they're not even like caring about you from time to time. Like, this guy's just, I don't know, shooting me occasionally, doesn't hit me, just gets farmed down over the course of like 3 minutes by me. I even had help from teammates. Oh, there's another GK. I can get some damage out of the GKs, it's pretty nice, not gonna lie. Like I just healed, so there's unsaturated superstructure to be snagged. By the way, always nice when the BBs have unsaturated superstructure, you can full pens. There you can see like you do, at least you do a bit more damage when it's just, you know, oh, that's a no fire prevention one. Like that you can kill fairly quick, but that's like the case with any HE spammer really. The fire prevention engagement changes so much. Because like as a, let's say you're like a really decent player, you're always keeping in mind how fast you can kill a ship. Is it worth it to take the engagement? Is it worth it to waste that time? Oh, okay, the carrier died. Oh, we have 154k damage. We would have killed the GK, would have also gotten a bit more damage there, but whatever. Yeah. My team was better. I won the game. There wasn't really much for me to do. Quickly for the spec. It's the same as on Sherman, really. I also here like, again, concealment more, so I can get more use out of my torpedoes, and the DPM is kind of so mediocre that I'd rather be better concealed, fight DDs a bit easier, and get the torps out a bit better, instead of having 10% more DPM on this fucking useless ship. AFT is mandatory again, and this kind of too. You want the 4th heal, also 4th speed boost, so you don't really have to take the coal module, because you kind of don't want to waste coal for a module here, really. Delny, doesn't really matter. Just rather use it on what is it, Zorki? Rest is always the same. You can see it's straight up always the same spec. And we're going into the next battle. Do be very AFK. Dubious ship to be sure. It's just like it's like a good DD probably to learn gunboats. Also because it does really well against other gunboats in general, like against Klebears and Marceaus and Smalans and even like Shermans. You do really well because you have the heal, which means you get about like 35, 38k HP if you get to use all of them. You have the 60mm side plating that shatters their SAP or HE. Yeah, so the incoming damage from like French DDs, for example, is super low, while you still keep the arcs to easily hit them. You can kite them out very, very well at like medium ranges when you spot each other. You even outspot Kleber, for example. You have the sustain, so you can like run away. You're not in any danger of dying immediately because of your platings and stuff and your high HP pool. And then you just heal up and you come back. So you're kind of an easy counter to other gunboats. Shit like Smaland or so doesn't really want to fight you. Obviously Smaland has the option of outspotting you fairly easily with double concealment spec. But yeah, it's pretty fat and clumsy. Your arcs do be very nice at these medium ranges. So even though you have less DPM, the arcs and the plating allow you to probably win the DPM fight, really. So yeah, it's a good let's say learning, like a good DD to learn gunboats with, since it's fairly easy to pull off. But other than that, like there's no real challenge afterwards to accelerate in Delny. It's not something that is extremely hard to master or has a way higher payoff the better you are. It really isn't. It's but it's pretty much matchmaking and enemy BB spec dependent. Like if you're lucky, enemy BBs don't run fire prevention and you have 5 of them, so you do a lot of damage. If that isn't the case, it's pretty hard to get a lot of damage out. I mean, you have the Russian AP, so cruiser flap broadsides, you can punish a bit, but you really gotta drag out the fight. And also, as I said, like if your team or the enemy team, either of the two teams runs it turbo hard and like dies, and you either lose or win too fast, Delny is just gonna sit there with a very, very low damage, and essentially you have to hope that you can rush something in the end, maybe, that would kind of save your damage. Other than that, yeah, it's like, Doesn't really look good. The DD is in C, I'm on the flank. That's a pretty good situation here. I can keep the flank spotted for my uh, Kreml and my Salem. I can take a whole bunch of shots from them. Guy actually ate a Delny smoke cloud. That is amazing, really. Sometimes these people. But his planes have so much HP that it doesn't matter at all what the fuck I'm doing or not doing. Wait, did he shoot me? Wait a minute, what the fuck? He missed by like 10 kilometers, dude. Your AA is shit, by the way, obviously. I mean, very few DDs actually have usable AA. It would be too broken if DDs have AA. And you can see here, like, these fuckers won't kill me at that range. Shooting me even is kind of a waste of time. Rather kill the Kreml next to me or get an angle onto that. Like, look, if the fucking Moskva keeps shooting here and stays spotted against me, he can't just randomly cross over because obviously he's giving broadside to multiple ships. So instead of being a fucking brain damaged cunt and shooting me at this range, he will never kill me now, I'll just out-heal his damage, to be honest. If I even receive damage, that's the best part about it. He should go fucking dark, come closer, or go deeper into the flank and farm the actually important ships, and not the fucking Delny. Oh, the Worcester is doing the farming on me now. I think I'll switch to the Worcester soonish. Still hasn't hit me, the Moskva. Really well done, dude. Urka 5, I mean, what did I expect? I'm like perfectly as into the Worcester so he can hit me here. Gotta angle a bit to him. We don't have BBs in the middle of the map. Yeah, well, Moscow really hasn't hit me yet. Amazing. The Worcester is a good shot. He hits me. But here you go. Pop the heal. GG's. Go get back, I don't know, 4 or 5k HP. I guess it's 4k HP, something like that. Get the HP back, and I mean, theoretically here in this situation it was debatable to start farming from range, because as you can see my damage output is shite. But I'm keeping people lit from the flank, but I could have thought about going closer and getting torps. Oh, look, the Gorica guy got 40k'd because he was flat broadside, shooting me. And, oh, he gets fucked again, Like, he's literally griefing his own position and angling just because he's monging out on me. I mean, that is quite nice to be essentially predicting how this guy will lose his fucking HP and how useless his gameplay is, really. Really something. I mean, very unlikely my torps reach in time. We gotta farm the Kreml before he makes some Mong move. As long as they ignore me, I will, by the way, if you play PT on a Delny, you can unironically just be the biggest pain in the ass to enemies. Like, you can play super close and just take all their shots and your team just kills them in return, kind of. Could happen. Happens a lot on gunboats, really, that people just mong out so hard on you. Because they're like, oh, the Delny is farming me. But like, look, I'm not doing damage, so why would you fucking care in any case? Our GK is kind of running it. Our Haaland is behind lines and torping out my team. Even though we have a carrier and a Yoshino. Look where the carrier has reversed and the Yoshino has gone. That is really amazing. I don't think they have range. Fuck, I should have reversed a bit further to get range on them. They would have hit, and that's important with the floods and the alpha strike. Oh my god, he dodges them. What a Chad, dude. What a giga Chad, brother. But look, the farming is a bit AFK, man. It's like really is. You're not you're not doing too much damage, man. At least I got the spotting damage from the flank. There's another Kreml coming in. Yeah, fire prevention battleships, man. You just don't farm them quick. At least not in this one. Yeah, but I could have hit torpedoes here for sure. Should have waited. I mean, generally I would have assumed he turns the fuck away and doesn't come in like this. Oh, that's awkward. That's very awkward, actually. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, what? Okay, never mind. He reset one of my torp tubes, that's fairly shite. Oh, I'm completely alone here. Okay, I'm going to go dark here. Actually, fuck it, whatever. I'll die. I'll die for the cause. My team has died on the rock for some odd reason, and the carrier is coming. I already saw the planes, so whatever. Maybe the Hayata reverses into my torps because he's greedy to shoot me. Yeah, I don't have a teammate to help me against the Schlieffen, so the Schlieffen will just continue running at me with secondaries, so yeah. It's just a disastrous game. I didn't see that my team was fucking that demented that they all died like dogs. Oh, the Hayate is coming. Or what now? Yo, nice. The Schlieffen is just ignoring me in general with his main guns and shit, and he's just going for the funny secondary kill. I mean, I can deal some damage to the Hayate, surely. He's torping me instead of just gunning me down. Look, I can't even outgun a Hayate very well. Ah, well, 100k, whatever, dude. I didn't really see that the GK, the Kreml and the Sailor were all fucking dead, dude. And my Yoshino is dead too? Okay. I mean, whatever. I don't want to play the ship anymore. I just, like, dislike it so hard. Like, your game fucking impact is so dog shit. Sure, I misplayed the last game, but, like, I mean, do you really want to keep... you want to really keep playing this kind of AFK piss? I don't think so. Anyway, see you for the next DD. I mean, now you saw Delny. I personally would rather go for Khabarov, Skurzorki, but hey, or Grozovoy in that sense. But yeah, see you for the next DD.